Despite their benefits, offshore wind farms can be a blight on the landscape, but an alternative is on its way in Cornwall, with Britain's first wave farm set to start generating electricity with one device in 2018. If the device proves successful, 14 more are expected to follow in 2020. Together, they'll be able to provide enough electricity for 6,000 homes each year. Carnegie Wave Energy, an Australian company, has been granted $9,551,962 from the European Regional Development Fund to support the first phase of its planned commercial project at Wave Hub in Cornwall. The device is called Ceto 6 feet, named after a sea goddess in Greek mythology. Ceto is different from other wave energy devices as it operates underwater. This means it is safer from large storms and invisible from the shore. The grant represents 65% of the funding for a $18.5 million project to design, construct, install, and operate a single, grid-connected Ceto 6 wave device. When it starts generating in 2018, Ceto 6 device will represent the country's first wave farm. The device works using a large float submerged in the sea. As the float is lifted and lowered by the wave motion, this drives a pump and a generator. Power is delivered back to shore through subsea cables to power desalination plants as well as for export into the grid. 3 Ceto units are already in operation in Australia. It will start providing 1 MW of electricity in 2018, enough for 400 homes a year. But this will grow to 15 MW with another 14 devices by 2020 if the second stage of the project goes ahead. That will be enough to power 6,000 homes each year by 2020. This would make it Britain's first wave farm with multiple devices. The UK offers unique advantages for the commercialization of Ceto, said Carnegie's Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Michael Ottaviano. We are pleased that Stage 2 is set to offer a commercial return on investment with its 15 MW array, which will allow third-party investment in this stage. Wave power could become a viable alternative to wind energy. It is estimated the UK has around 50% of Europe's tidal energy resource, and a study in 2004 estimated the UK's technical resource at around 16 terawatts per hour per year. The government says it is much more predictable than wind power, and it increases during the winter when electricity demand is at its highest. The government has been trying to back wave and tidal power for years, but companies have struggled to get it off the ground. Part of the reason behind the struggle is a lack of funding. For example, Pelamis, a Scottish company that developed and built wave energy devices, was forced to call in administrators in 2014 after failing to secure development funding. Carnegie will rely on the government's feed-in tariff for marine energy that will provide $305 per megawatt-hour for the second stage of the project. I am delighted that Carnegie secured the $9.55 million of ERDF funding and chosen to deliver its CETO wave energy project at Wave Hub, said George Eustace, Minister of State at the UK Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. Cornwall offers a cluster of academic and industrial expertise, world-class test facilities, infrastructure and resources, which ensures it is well positioned to play a significant role in securing the UK's continued reputation as a market leader in offshore renewables.